Dear students, in the last class we are studied chemical effect of electric current. So far we have learned the three important effects including chemical effects, the heating effect of electric current, the magnetic effect of electric current and the chemical effect of electric current. In this regard, we have tested or we have I have given some homework just to see which the liquid conduct electricity. Now before remembering that particular aspect of what is chemical effect of electric current, once again we will revise that one. Chemical effect of electric current is nothing but it is the flow of electric charges, the flow of electric current causing some chemical changes in the case of liquid. We have learned so far the solids, usually the metals like copper or it may be iron or it may be aluminium, they conduct electricity. When you connect it to the wire, this one, if you pass the current through this metals, they conduct electricity. To know that, you can use a small bulb which glow when current will flow in a circuit, like simple circuit we have used, like the cell we have used to pass the electric current. We will use usually the dry cell. If you use one dry cell here, the symbol is like this, you have to draw. To get more current, sometimes you need to use two or more cell which is together called battery. Battery is nothing but group of cells. So if you use battery, you will get more current, so that you can see the effect properly. This is the wire. Symbolically we will represent the circuit like this way, and if you want to see the electric current is flowing or not, you can use the bulb. This is bulb, and current will flow. When it will flow, it will glow, and it should be complete closed path. Circuit should be closed path. And if you want or if you don't want, you will use switch to on and off the this one. To on and off means you can make the circuit or you can break the current, break the circuit. If you do like this way, it is a symbol for switch, current is flowing in the circuit. If you draw like this way, it indicates current is not flowing. When current is flowing in the circuit, it indicates by the bulb, it will glow. Okay, this is a simple structure. And here if you make it the end of the wire here, say if you use the any material which you want to test whether it is a good conductor or not, that particular material you have to connect and it will glow, then it is good conductor. That is the thing we have studied, that you know solids will conduct electricity. Next, what we did to learn the chemical effect of electric current, this particular structure, the cell and the bulb, if you connect it, the free end of the wire, you take it in a container, some liquid, okay, some liquid which you want to test, and the end of the wire, the metallic part, if you just put it in the liquid like this way, if the bulb will glow, if bulb glows, it indicates this liquid, because there is no connection here. Through the liquid, the current should flow here like this way. Current should flow in the circuit because it is not connected as earlier into test the solids. Okay, it is liquid. So when current will flow in the liquid, the bulb will glow. Then this is good conductor of electricity. And this is nothing but the called chemical effect of electric current. That is, when you pass through the some liquid like the water dissolved in water, salt, it will conduct electricity. Or if you take some acids and dissolve in the water, distilled water, again it will conduct electricity. Or if you take, instead of acid, if you take base, dissolve in water, it also allowed current to flow through it. So they are good conductors of electricity. But if you take milk here, or if you take kerosene here in the place of liquid, or if you take oil, some oil if you take, the bulb will not glow, indicating they are not good conductor of electricity, right? But some of the liquids, the conduction will be there, it is not a strong good, very good good conductors. They may be little bit less good weak conductors, okay. So in that case the bulb may not glow. So in that case what we have to use, instead of ordinary bulb you can use LED, light emitting LED diode. It is actually that small device, it will be like this part, and two leg will be there. One leg will be little longer than other. This end you have to connect to the positive terminal of the battery. This is LED. Even with the small current this bulb will glow, okay. That you can use here to find whether current is flowing in the liquid or not. Now why it is called chemical effect of electric current? The reason is, when you take the circuit, take the wire, connect it to cell or battery. I have taken in the experiment the battery. Bulb you can use, instead of bulb you may use the compass needle also here, okay, compass needle. But here you have to wind it in the box, you have to take like a match box, that small compass you have to take, and the wire should be, you have to make it wound several times. Instead of bulb you can use this. They are given this also, instead of the bulb you can take a compass. Compass you can take, there will be some small magnetic needle is there. If current, when current will flow in the circuit, the needle will show the deflection, the movement, indicating the presence of current. But particularly this will not so effective while doing experiments, because you have to wound several turns on this compass to get the more deflection. The deflection is so weak, cannot observe when the current will flow. So better use the LED bulb to indicate the presence of current in the liquids, okay. That is one thing they are given in textbook. Now what are the chemical changes it will bring? What are the chemical changes when current is flowing now? When current is flowing in the liquid, what change? It will bring some chemical change, hence the name chemical effect of electric current. Then you may think which chemical change it will bring. So there are different changes it can be done. One is some bubbles, or it may be gas. Bubbles means when when gas is liberated in the reaction in the liquid here, the air when it comes through the water, it forms like a bubble structure. So they have given bubbles. It is nothing but gas. Gas will be liberated sometime. That chemical change you can see, or sometimes you can see the color of the solution change, color change. Whatever solution you have taken, some solution, when some salts like copper sulfate or iron sulfate if we take, it has particular color, blue or green or some other colors depending upon the salt you have taken. The solution have particular color. So when you pass the current through this solution, sometimes the color change also you can observe. Either in some of the experiments you can see some bubbles are liberating, or it is nothing but the gas is liberating at the particular one of the or both the ends, okay. Or sometime you can see color change. Whatever the liquid is taken, the color change takes place in some of the cases. Or there may be metal is deposited, metal deposit. metal deposits on the electrode, or it may be, I will, so what is electrode I will explain. The metal will be deposited at metal deposits on the another metal. That is, in the experiment, they are given for to test it, just wire you have to dip it, isn't it? But actual proper to see the chemical change, instead of wire directly inserting in the liquid here, you have to take two metal plates. You have to take two metal plates. You have to immerse it, not completely, partially you have to immerse that metal plates in this solution or the liquid, where you have to see whether it will conduct electricity or not, that particular solution. And the free ends of the wire should be connected to the two metals here. Okay, and this is called now electrodes. These two metal plates are called electrodes. So this is nothing but electrode it is. So one electrode here and other electrode is there, and if you conduct electricity here, this solution is called electrolyte. Electrolyte. If you dissolve salt here, salt solution is electrolyte. Okay, and this is battery. This is battery, and here this is the positive terminal of the battery, and small line is cell, and small line is a negative terminal of the cell, and the positive terminal of the cell to which that metal is connected, or the material, the electrode which is connected to positive terminal. Now this is called a anode. This has got a special name. It is called a anode. And the negative terminal of the cell, it is indicated by the small line symbolically here, that is connected to the another metal here. This metal or this electrode is called now, it is called cathode. So in the chemical change of electric current or chemical effects of electric current, while doing the experiments, when they will use two metal plates dipped partially in the electrolyte, the liquid which you have to test, the two are metal plates are called electrodes, and it has got name anode and cathode. Now which is anode? The positive terminal of the cell, battery cell, which is connected to the metal plate, it is called anode. And the small line which I have indicated here, it is the negative terminal, minus it is connected to the metal plate, it is called cathode. Okay. Now while the chemical changes take place, when you pass the electric current through this solution which is called electrolyte, which allow the current to flow in it, in that case some of the experiments, some electrolyte, in some of the electrolyte, when current will flow, you can see here usually at the anode, or some of the experiments even in cathode, the bubbles are coming, liberating here, bubbles are coming here. Okay. So that is one chemical change you can see. Or as I said earlier, the solution, this solution, the electrolyte which we have taken, no, its color may change. Okay. Our third one is here, when you pass the current, usually in some cases where usually on the cathode, this is the cathode, the metal will deposit here on the cathode when you pass the current through it. Okay. So that is also possible in some of the experiments, depending upon the which electrolyte you have taken. Okay, so that is the three important changes, chemical changes you can observe. So whenever the flow of current takes place through the liquid, you can see the chemical changes, hence it is always called chemical effect of electric current. Okay, now one simple activity is given where you can observe the gas liberating at the electrodes. Now the simple activity given to you is, you have to take, instead of metal plates, you take a graphite rod. Two graphite rod you have to take here. Which is black in color. Where you will get it? You will get it in the used and thrown away. All the dry cell have inside one black rod like structure is there, thin rod like structure. Okay, here if possible the metal cap of that cell is there, no, that also take it along with that one. Okay, so metal cap, just fix the wire here. So you have to take a carbon rod here, anode, whatever it is, carbon rod you have to take. So where you get that carbon rod, the used thrown away dry cell, inside you will get the thin rod like structure, black in color, it is the graphite rod. Or sometimes if you cannot get that, inside the pencil you have a graphite, the writing material, it is nothing but graphite, it is that also can do this experiment. Better search for the graphite rod which is used in battery cells, thrown away battery cells, you cut it and open it. Okay, you ask your parents to do that one, but you don't use the newly brought battery cells. Okay, so two electrodes, two carbon rods you have to take the water, and to make it to flow of electric current through it, because this in a distilled water current will not flow. Okay, so you dissolve some common salt which is available at home, then it will allow the current to flow through it. Then now salt solution will allow the current to flow it. So 1 spoon of salt is enough, dissolve it, and whether current is flowing or not, you may use bulb here. In textbook they are not given, you may use bulb here just to see whether current is properly flowing it or not in the solution, salt solution. Okay, the bulb will glow, indicates current is flowing. Understood? Because you may not connect these wires properly, you may think current is flowing in the solution. To do the experiments, you to get the result, you may be failed sometimes, because there may be not properly done the connection, or battery may not have the voltage in it. Okay, so better use the one LED bulb to see whether current is flowing or not in the circuit. That's only. Okay, textbook they are not given this structure. Now, when you make this current to flow through this, here water will break into, water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen will combine to form water, right? So when you make the current to flow through the waters, that salt water breaks into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas by the influence of this current. Current will dissociate water into hydrogen and oxygen, and both are in gaseous form. So you will see in both the electrodes, both the carbon rods, graphite rod, you can see the bubbles are coming here, the tiny air bubbles are coming here and here also, and here, which is the negative terminal of the battery is connected, the cathode, here the hydrogen gas is liberated. The gas liberated here is nothing but hydrogen gas, and here at the anode usually it is the oxygen gas liberated at the anode. Okay, so it is actually breaking of the water. The chemical compound, the compound water is dissociating to hydrogen and oxygen gases. It is done by the flow of electric current. That is the reason it is called chemical effect. It is one of the chemical change we are bringing. We are you have learned in the smaller classes different types of chemical reactions. One reaction we have studied is chemical decomposition reaction, right? So decomposition of water takes place here. That is the reason we will get the bubbles of hydrogen or oxygen in one of the electrodes. Okay, so that is the important chemical change or one of the chemical effect we can observe here. So it is simple experiment. Try this experiment at home. Okay, even without if you won't get, at least use one of the this one or pencil inside writing pencil graphite is there, no, that you can use. Okay, fix it properly, but don't completely put inside or insert in the salt water. You should be partially dipped here. Okay, you should be little it should come little up from the liquid. Don't dip completely, you won't see the any chemical change. Partially you have to dip it in the solution, salt solution, then only the effect will be clearly you can see. Later I will show the experiment which is the liberation of gas when electric current will flow through the liquid, through the electrolyte. That is given in textbook. It is given in page number 176, activity 14.6. They have given the diagram here, the same diagram where if you read it you will understand. They are given two cells. The collection of cell is called battery. You can try that.
Say this is the battery I have to use in the experiment, children, and if you observe carefully, plus written, it is the positive terminal, and minus is written, it is negative terminal. Battery is nothing but collection of cells. Two cells are together, two or more it may be, then it is called battery. Okay, now this is the two terminals are connected with this structure. Just for connection you will get it in the shop to press switch. So there are the two wires, one from positive terminal of the battery, one for a negative terminal of the battery. I have used the bulb just to see whether current is flowing in the circuit or not. To indicate, I have used the bulb here. Instead, in a textbook they are given, you can use the compass here and you have to wound it above this compass needle, and when you make it flow the current, then it show the deflection. By that also you can find the direction of the presence of current. Okay, but it needs much wire to wound over it and large amount of current is needed to show the deflection. So instead it is better to use battery, even the better to use bulb, even the small current it will indicate. Okay, now the two ends you got it. So one end I connected to the one terminal and other end of the bulb is taken from another wire. Now these are the two free ends. Okay, now what we will do is the chemical effect of electric current. In this regard we are finding the electrolysis of water. Okay, now you can use it directly here. The two ends you can dip it in the liquid, the electrolyte or the water. Okay, but in the experiment in textbook they are given for electrolysis of water, they have given you have to use the two graphite rods, because graphite, the non-metal carbon, it is one of the allotropic form. Graphite you will get it from the dry cell. Okay, thrown dry cell, if you cut it open at the central part you will get it. This is the graphite, it is a good conductor of electric current. So I have got only one graphite rod, I will use one. At home while doing this activity you use two graphite rod. For another conducting material I have used the zinc plate or any metal you can use here. So you have to dip it in the water here or the electrolyte here, like this you have to use it. Now, since it is not standing properly, I have used this clip to hold it. Okay. So just to hold it, I have used this one. Now I have to make it stand in the water, this one. So just to give the connection. It is tiny, so it's little difficult to hold it. That's why I use this aeroplane clip. I have to insert it in water here. Otherwise, I will hold it, no problem. This is the other end. This is the other end. I will just press it to show whether it will conduct or not. Whether current is there or not, I will check it once. See, current is flowing, so battery is working. Still, I will keep it like this way. Let's see. Now, we'll see distilled water I have taken. In distilled water, current will not flow. Okay. See, current will not flow. Now, I have taken little bit of salt here and I will dissolve it in water. Okay, I will dissolve it in water so that it will conduct. It will become good conductor of electricity. The liquid will conduct electricity now. Okay. Now insert this. See, current is flowing now. 2 metal rod we have to use. Textbook they are given graphite rod you have to use, but I have used only 1 graphite rod. Now when you connect the 2 ends here, current is flowing. Okay. Now if you observe here, if you come and observe here, then you can see the bubbles coming from the 2 ends. Here you can see, observe here, when current is flowing, the hydrogen gas is, and one electrode, hydrogen gas is liberating, and another one, see, current is flowing, it is indicated by the bulb. Now if you see the carbon rod, see that bubbles are coming. Can you observe? See closely, you will see the bubbles coming from the hydrogen, and little bit it is coming. If you use carbon rod, the other end also you can see actually the oxygen gas is coming. Can you see? Nice bubbles are coming at the graphite rod. Other side, if you use graphite rod, other end also oxygen gas coming, you can observe. It is slowly liberating in the other end, but here nicely you can see the gas bubbles are coming at the graphite end. The bubbles are coming. So this is electrolysis of water by flowing the current in the salt water, because salt water will allow the current to flow, and at the one of the end here you can see the bubbles coming, indicating it is the hydrogen gas liberating, because water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. And if you use this side also, this graphite, here also you can see the oxygen gas liberating. Okay, so this is the experiment of hydrolysis of water to show the chemical effect done by the water. You understood, children? Okay.